Well, my name's Noah Fekete. I was born in Edmonton, but moved out to Victoria, BC in grade two. So when I was about 6 or 7, and I lost my hair when I was 8 years old.
Okay, cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right, man. All right, so when did you first start noticing signs of alopecia?
It was in grade three, my hair started thinning a lot, and because I had like a really full head of hair when I was younger, because it's all hairy guys in my family, and I'm like the only one that's bald, which is funny. But I kind of just started thinning out a lot, and I didn't really notice it much because I was a kid and I didn't really care about it. But my parents definitely did, and then eventually they started taking me to like hairdressers and stuff to see if I could get it fixed or like what the solution for it was. But it just kept falling out, so they kept like covering it over. And it initially started on the back of my head, and my dad always calls me Honolulu because I used to have a pattern of the Hawaiian Islands on the back of my head,
That's
and
funny.
it was exact. Like it was really, really creepy. He took pictures of it and put it next to a map, and it was the like exact same pattern of the islands. So that's my nickname with him. But that's where it started in the back, and then eventually I just shaved it all because it was rugby season. So I just shaved it all off, and then it just never came back,
Man,
and that's how it happened. And then I've been bald
man.
ever since.
Okay, okay. Bro, what was the hardest part of dealing with alopecia for you?
I think the hardest part was other people's reactions to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was never a problem for me because I never really cared about it. Like I was so indifferent about being bald or having hair. But it was more just like when I would be in school, people would like look at me weird, or I'd be walking like even now, like I'm 23 and I still walk down the street and people look at me a little bit funny. And being 6'7" definitely doesn't help either because I stand out a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was the hardest part was like the first 2 years was like everybody staring at me because I never used to wear a hat or I never used to cover it up. I kind of just owned it.
Yeah.
But honestly, you get over it pretty quick. When somebody's like, when everybody stares at you, it still happens all the time. Whenever I go out, people always look at me
Mm-hmm.
weirdly, trying to just figure it out. But they're just people. They're just curious.
Right. At the end of the day, they're just not. They never seen nothing like that. Like you said, 6'7", bald guy. Oh, they like
That's why
this is a
I don't pay much
unicorn.
attention.
Unicorn for real, bro. Do you feel like alopecia affected your confidence in any way?
Not really. Because it happened at a young age for me. So I kind of like, I grew up with it. I feel like if it happened when I was like 20, it'd be a little bit harder to deal with. But I've always had it like since I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's kind of just there. I enjoy being bald and I save so much money on hair products. Like there's so much more benefit to it than people think. Like I wake up looking the exact same every single day. I never gotta worry about nothing, never how my hair looks or nothing. Like it's a blessing. And it never really affected my confidence. I have a bunch of people around me that are incredibly supportive of it, and that's all I really need. I got
Yeah,
5 friends that look at me the exact same.
right.
The guy that had hair, so
That's
it's just
see,
people around.
that's what a lot of people need, man. That's wise. People was like, how do you? Okay, let me ask the question. How do you respond usually when someone asks about your hair or make a joke?
Oof, I joke about it a lot myself, so I've never really had problems with people joking about it because it's always come from people that I know have love for me. Like my dad used to joke with me about it so much that I don't even notice it anymore.
You got
And
tough skin now.
yeah, it's like at some point in my life, I haven't heard a new one yet. Like I haven't heard a joke that I haven't heard.
Oh, every
Like
joke.
there's only so many you can make, and like once you hear them all, like it kind of just like it's like yeah, I'm bald. Like it never really got like obviously somebody hits you with one you haven't heard before, and you're like damn, they got me. But it's I tend to joke about it a lot because it kind of just lets people know that you're comfortable with it.
Right.
And if you're joking about it and your friends are joking about it, it just kind of becomes something that's there. And you can either make it a bad thing that is really sensitive and hard to deal with and navigate around it, or you can make it something that's funny that you just live with and then you can kind of just go through it.
Right.
But it just depends on how you deal with it, right? Like
Hmm.
I chose to deal with it in a funny way. Like I thought it was hilarious being called egghead or Mr. Clean or whatever, and I ran with it, and it was funny. Like it worked.
Hey, for real. I mean, embrace it. You know,
Owning it's better than
there's
hiding.
nothing you can do about it.
Nope. That
Take
is one
ownership.
thing that has always sucked about alopecia is stuff getting in your eyes because you ain't got no eyebrows or
Man,
no eyelashes to
and
block all the
that
stuff coming in.
that's so serious. Like debris wise, I remember I had I had got pink eye, bro, and I thought it was over for me. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh my god, my eyes hurt. Something hit me in my eyes. I don't know what's going on. I can't see. I thought I was gonna go blind. I ain't gonna. It was
Number
scary.
one thing
So
in the alopecia
protection.
supply kit is eye drops.
Yes, bro.
That's
Eye
the
drops, and I would definitely recommend glasses. Like,
hmm
not it don't got to be prescriptive glasses. Like, it could just literally be just regular glasses. I
Like
I
I
I
work in
recommend them.
construction. There's so much dust and stuff going around.
Mm-hmm.
It just gets everywhere in my eyes. Like, and there's just nothing to stop it. Like you see people that got dust on their eyebrows, on their eyelashes.
Yeah,
It doesn't help at
it's
all
gonna
for
go
me.
straight to the
I
eyes.
I just walk around with glasses on all day, and people are like, "Why are you wearing your glasses? Like, there's nothing going on." And then I just take them off. I'm like, "Look at me, man."
Action. Like, how was your? I know you said they've been knowing you since you were like second grade
Yeah.
and in family, your whole life. But like, what was they? Was they more concerned about like how you felt, or were they like panicking kind of too?
Like I know my mom and my dad were a little hesitant because I guess they didn't know where my mindset on it was. So they tried to give me like supplements and stuff to see if they could get my hair to grow back.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister had it as well,
Mm-hmm.
and her hair actually came back because she was doing all the supplements and stuff, and I didn't really care for it. But honestly, after like a year or two of not caring about it, my parents just were like, "Yeah, he's fine. Like he doesn't care." And everybody would always like ask me, like I haven't met anybody that doesn't ask me that at some point or are scared to ask me about it. But I'm super open with it. Like that's one of the first things I tell people or I joke about is that I'm bald. Like
Right.
it's just I put it up front out there so nobody ever is like taken aback if I'm like upset about it or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I just put it
Yeah.
out there to the world and the world can do with it as they want.
Exactly.
So all my buddies know I'm super open with it and
Mm-hmm.
they always give me crap for it all the time. I give them crap for stuff that they have. Like my buddy Healy, he's got a big nose. I always make fun of it. It's just it's just boys. Like that's just what we do.
Right. Right. If a younger guy with alopecia came up to you for advice, what would you say?
I have had hundreds of people with alopecia message me and FaceTime with me about how to deal with the thing I was talking about earlier, just going outside and people looking at you in confidence. And that
Right.
it always seems to be the big one about alopecia is just dealing with the fact that you look different from other people.
Right.
And the best thing I can say is it's a part of you. Like if you got a scar on your face, it's not gonna go anywhere. Like you nickname yourself Scarface and you go on with your life. Like
For
you're
real.
bald, make the best out of it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that you can do that's gonna change the way people look at you.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried putting on a baseball cap, wearing glasses, covering up. It
It
doesn't
just brings more attention.
it just yeah, because then people are like, "What's he hiding?"
Yeah,
But if you just go out there and you just own it, man, it's the only thing that you can do is just be confident in yourself.
right.
And I definitely recommend joking about it
Hmm.
because if you show that you're comfortable with it, it's going to make people more comfortable with it. But if you're really reserved with it, it's going to make people kind of dance around it, and it's just going to kind of give it that attention that it doesn't need, right?
Mm.
Like if I was with my friends and I that was always a sensitive part of my life, it would always be a sensitive part of my life. But because I've opened up about it and I've become incredibly confident with the way that I look, it's part of me, part of my life. I wake up, I'm
Right.
bald.
Second
Like,
nature.
yeah, I'd be more scared if I woke up with hair. Like that would, what the?
That's crazy.
So
Yeah, that's
I
that's what I
love,
need to
I
be.
love what you're doing, man.
I'm about to